as far as inflation right now, inflation's a big issue, right? In 2022, and people are worried about how it's affecting their finances, their investing, all of it, right? We don't have to go in a whole economics course here by any means, but in general, like as far as people's preoccupations and from what you know for investing and just general insights on what to consider for their own personal finances, what would be your, I would say, advice to both those things, you know, because some people are like, I'm just going to get out of the stock market, forget about it. I mean, as far as investing is concerned, do you think it's a good idea just to get out and forget about it, or just continue to dollar cost average? And secondly, as it relates to the effect on people's finances, what they, spend day to day, for gas or groceries, or some sort of advices or strategic insights you can give on that as well.
Yeah, so I would say definitely stay in the stock markets, no matter what it's doing. If you think about it this way, the stock market is the collective mind of thousands and thousands of professional investors and everyday people like you and I. So we cannot outsmart the collective knowledge of what is ultimately millions and millions of people. So I would say trying to time the market is probably never going to work out well, so stay in it. I would say investing is also your best hedge against inflation. So last year, for 2021, inflation hits, I think at that point it was almost 8% for the year, but the stock market did a little over 28% for the S&P 500. So that means that even though inflation ate up 8%, you still made a plus 20% that year. And it's not going to do that every year. Some years it will be down, but historically the stock market's up about 10%. And the year before that, when the pandemic was going on, we still ended the year about 18% up, even though we had a huge 33% drop. And right now we're not even close to that. We're at, I think, 13 or 14% last I checked. So there's a good chance the market will go up tomorrow. There's a good chance it'll go down tomorrow. No one can really see what it's going to do short term, but long term, it has a good track record. It consistently way outperforms and beats inflation. So if you're trying to beat inflation, investing really is the way to go. So I'd say that's for the investing side. On the personal side, you definitely have to reevaluate your budget. Our food budget and our energy costs have gone through the roof. Over the last year, energy for where we live has gone up about 50%, which when I got the first bill where I could start seeing that, I was like, we must have a leak or somewhere in our house, or maybe running lights too long. But then I'm like, nope, it's just the cost of this energy. So you just have to reevaluate and rebalance your budget just to make sure that it's keeping up with inflation, but also trying to avoid lifestyle creep, which is where, you get paid more. And so you match that same pay with same spending. So I'm totally fine with putting some of that towards spending more, but, I think it's beneficial to increase how much you're contributing towards investing, and will help you further, hedge against inflation and prepare for your future.
Well, and it's really great insight and advice on both, themes there that you're adhering to. And I really, I think it's really, really important for viewers and listeners, and something I'm taking away from is like, when you do get paid, like make sure, like you said, in top two priorities, invest right away. So you just set out there, forget about it, and give it to your future self and your family and your wife and whoever. Secondly, give. We can always give back, and we can always make the people around us, our communities, that much better by giving, and that your heart just expands in the end of the day.
Yes.
So that's so incredibly important.